What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. This channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And check this out, man. Y'all see by the title, man, you know what I'm saying? It's basically breaking down why Albert Einstein used wisdom instead of knowledge, or why do most people prefer to have wisdom over knowledge, and why you should have wisdom over knowledge, whichever one you end up typing in to get to this video, right? But anyways, check this out. When we get into knowledge, knowledge is something that comes with benefits. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say knowledge is key to life, but you don't realize, like, sometimes what doors you actually open with that key, right? The way that they explain it, right? Because the only doors you can open is the only thing that you know of. So when knowledge come in, it's like it get real tricky on a lot of ends. So not only do it have benefits, it have a handicap to it as well. And the reason why I want to say that is because when you look at a person that know everything, it's nothing you could tell them, right? So that's like a narcissist, right? And it gets worse because when you start thinking of other people or even yourself, right, being spiritual. I don't know how long y'all been watching the channel, but if you've been watching and you've been spiritual before you got this channel, however, and you actually spiritual aligned, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. When you try to help people understand the things that you understand, you'll realize that conflict coming involved. And the reason why is because it's knowledge. And some people right now, and they don't understand, they could watch every spiritual video in the world and don't be spiritual. And they be like, what? Why I'm not spiritual? Because it's not about your knowledge. It's not about the things that you're obtaining and learning. It's the way that you utilize it and the way, you know, and that's like basically how the wisdom is being. That's like the simplest term I could break it in to, like, okay, hey, I might know a lot, but maybe this is not the type of person that I should be helping. You see what I'm saying? That's when wisdom comes into play. Because by knowledge, you're going to feel like, hey, maybe I should tell this person that. Maybe I should help them. And that's when you end up being a downfall. Because, like, a motherfucker might say, oh, you think you know it all. Oh, what you doing in your life? And that's when things start getting flipped. You know what I'm saying? And only going to start a conflict. Like I was saying, bro, it's deep out here. Like, especially when, you know, when we have to talk to people like this from a religion, right? When you talk to them, they get automatically offended. A lot of things in this world that we have been taught and raised off of has been bullshit, which is the knowledge, which with Einstein breakdown, which put the world to a limit. You get what I'm saying? But when wisdom is based off like more of the imagination, so this is where things is able to run free. You get what I'm saying? When knowledge is this what you know, this what you don't know. So anytime we leave it to that, that's why we got scientists trying to tell us what they know, and they the ones that know everything. We don't know shit unless we know or learn from them. So that limits us, as you can hear. So with the imagination, they ain't saying just go crazy, let it go crazy in that sense and go along with it. But the understanding how to use it, make it wise. Do you get what I'm saying? So a lot of people out here, right? For instance, let me give you a better example. If you're an old head, you know when you was young, you did a lot of dumb things, as you would say. But now that you not only have knowledge, you had knowledge probably then of them things like, yo, if I do this, I might go to jail. Yo, if I do this, this might happen. The whole point is you knew it, but you didn't care, or you didn't try to change it when you went and did it, right? So when you did it now, it's like, yo, what make you change now from not doing it from when you was younger? Okay, you gained some type of wisdom behind it. You started weighing the odds. You started realizing, hey, if I do this, I'm going to end up here. And I definitely don't want to be here more than I want to do this or whatever, especially when it comes to people like going to jail situation. It's like the most relatable thing when it comes to that. You feel me? But even in a relationship, it could be the same way. And sorry we all about the sun and stuff flashing back there, but hey, you know, I can't do nothing about it. Hey, it's beauty. But anyways, it's just to get down to the breakdowns of how fucked up this world is. And I'm going to talk more on the relationship note of how it even play out. But knowledge literally could be the downfall to it, bro. To be an actual bad thing to have, because you could be considered as a know-it-all. You could be considered as a narcissist, even if you're not narcissistic, because you have in a mind wrapped around a different perspective of thinking, and a person trying to direct you back to the way that you used to think or the way that they're still thinking. So it's like, boy, reverse psychology is a mug. That's all I definitely got to say that. You feel me? And you know them damn Masons knew that. And that's part of one of the rituals. And a lot of people don't realize that they don't understand, like, it's more to it than you just like, oh, you just sound dumb. No, it's not that. One point in time, the time you sounded dumb, your mama told you to shut up, or whoever was around you, especially if you was raised in the church, especially when it came to God. They told you not to question God, and you sound dumb. You know what I'm saying? Asking questions about God, and we all done discussed that. So this just to show you, like, the knowledge of the church is based off of this God, whatever the knowledge is that they're reading. That's why they have different books. That's why they have different people that they follow and worship behind and stuff like that, bro. And they don't really realize it, right? Because the knowledge of what they have of worship, that is not what it is. It's that these people you should worship. And boy, get deep, because you shouldn't worship yourself either. But at the same time, and worship comes with a lot of whole things itself. And I done talked about a little bit of it here and there. But when it get down deep, we have to realize, like, knowledge is crazy, but being wise is a different type of tone, right? Because it's like dealing with a bitchy person or auntie that you know, like, damn, bro, I can't even go around auntie and say this, because then I'm going to have to argue with her all day. You know what I mean? Or damn, if I say this, then she going to get offended. See, that's like being wise. That's like having wisdom. That's like, boy, even though she asking me to help her, or even though they asking for help, I'm going to act like I don't even know. I don't know, have you guys ever seen, right? Got something very funny, right? Check y'all out. Big Jaw is his name, right? And he got this clip when when the whole crew's stupid, right? And it's so funny because this, if you're not able to grasp what I'm saying, if you go to this video, it's gonna damn sure explain it to you. It's gonna show you the whole little skit. The nigga sitting there, right? And he'll say, not moose, you know how it's moose? He'll be like Mises, mooses. And they all talking about it. And they looking at the dude like, hey, bro, you agree with what we saying? Right? And the dude sitting there like, oh, shit. Like, these niggas so dumb. They saying everything wrong, right? Boom, boom, boom. They so dumb, or they incorrect, or bam, that's person having higher knowledge, right? This nigga sat there and tried to correct them. And then they went down a whole list of, okay, so if moose is just moose, then why's house is not heist? And then they go to breaking down like a whole bunch of other shit. And it's like, bro, that's why. And now the dude is looking like the bad guy. And then they like, man, you always think you know it all, bro. You always think you smart or something, bro. How I nobody like you. So now if you think about it, this person have an automatic created narrative that when they're coming around, they think they know better than everybody. So as soon as they open their mouth, no matter if a person asks them or not, they already got this type of energy on them. So being spiritual and understanding ways to break down shit, and the person that asks you doesn't all the time mean we shouldn't break it down to people. Some people just not ready, or just, that's the best way to explain it, just not on that level to accept it. And it's not no acceptance as in saying like this bullshit on this world, bro. And the reason why I wanted to make this is because we go through things throughout life, and sometimes we keep it inside our home, but sometimes we need to bring it out to the light, especially with us, right? Spiritual YouTubers, that's what I mean, right? Because we all might be like, oh yeah, you perfect. They just get behind the camera, they just go to talking. Nah, hell no. We got life. We get washed in the current too. We get caught up into things too. But our learning experience is for you not to follow us. No, we don't want nobody following us. But we want us, for ours, to see, hey, if you put your hand in the fire, your hand get burnt. That's the type of shit we want you to see. So at the end of the day, it's just to make you more wiser. Ain't nobody trying to give you knowledge out here. Knowledge is, we giving you a little knowledge because we helping you come back to us to be able to relate things, to be able to find a category of where it's coming from, which is like astrology and stuff like that. But, and you know, occultism and more mysticism. And it's like, that's just a way for us, the words, it's just a way for us to understand what's going on together, right? Because we all got different ways we see things. But if we all looking from a different perspective without knowing what we're looking at, it's not actually drawing. You get what I'm saying? Like, we all, that's how it's supposed to be. We all supposed to be able to draw out our separated images. That's why we all separate. That's why we're not just one human being walking around. You feel what I'm saying? We all got our each individual thought, each individual feelings, which separated us. That's why we're separated. And to get deeper onto that, I'm going to break down more of that as well. But it's just to show you, like, it's more to it. Like, how I like to look at it is, for example, if you know the light being God, right? That's what you figure, right? That's not true. If that's what you figure, that's what it is. At the end of the day, no matter what somebody tells you, you're going to find a way that God is the light, right? Because this is the knowledge that you have. So when a person comes to you and they try to change that about it or whatever, you're going to feel a type of way. And this is the thing when I be saying this is the battle, though. This is the real war we be having. We be having mental wars, right? When it's spaceship versus spaceship, when you can't allow yourself to be adopted, right, by other people's religions. And that's the weird part, because You going around, you like, yo, what is the spaceship? Your mentality, your mind, bro. These people control your mind, whether you want to admit it or not. And basically, this video, like I said in the beginning, Albert Einstein is breaking down how knowledge is more of a controlled thing. Like, hey, this is what you need to learn, or this is what it is, or, categorize. And imagination is like, oh, anything. Like, not, oh, every dog have to have this to be a dog. No, it could be a dog lion, like cat dog. Like, it show you in the cartoons. It show you in anime and things like that, and weird movies, like real life movies and shit. It show you how the imagination could run wild into a way that just to show us, hey, anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, you ain't got to believe in nothing, but believe everything, bro. Like, everything can happen. It don't mean like, oh, he said that, so believe it. No. And that's when it come down to wisdom and stuff like that. And that's another thing. Some people get on this internet, and there's going to be a lot of new agers, right, where they knew. So whatever it is, they feed. And they're like, yo, I got all the knowledge. Hey, why I'm not right yet, why I'm not getting it all by myself, why I'm not giving out knowledge, but I'm studying how to receive it. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, that's the problem. You don't master the art of the learning, not the experience. So you have a lot of astrologers that be on some bullshit, that be fake as hell because they ain't experienced shit. They just be talking like, hey, you can just change that. It's very easy. You ain't like your... No, motherfucker. Poverty got pressure behind it. Your parents got pressure behind it. However they was. And there's more to it. So at the end of the day, it's all about being wise. And sometimes, dog, sometimes you're going to wish a cat had your tongue in certain situations, right? And sometimes you're going to wish, damn, I should have dropped my bags and learned somewhere else. Because how I look at it is the conscious community. They always talk about their knowledge. They always talk about the book. But that's because who they learned it from. So it's already narrowed down, like Einstein was saying, right? So whether you want to look at Einstein as a bad person or not, that's not the point. The way that he moved was the right way. You feel me? And that way was being like error, not letting this shit weigh down on you, and knowing how to move throughout it, and knowing how to keep yourself from being too emotionally attached to shit, bro. Especially when you have to think like that, like what I'm saying. So take Einstein experience and my experiences and people that has experiences that not went in the way that they wanted, and use that for your own experience. You know what I'm saying? And use that as in saying, yo, you know what, that person right. Damn, they maybe do know something. Like I was saying earlier with the old head, and I'm sorry I'm kind of error with it. I'm just trying to give y'all different angles to this, right? Because everybody different. It might be a street person watching. It might be a school teacher watching, professor, rapper, whatever. I'm just trying to hit every genre, and I'm trying to hit every perspective of, like, let's just say if the world was divided in 12 ways, I'm trying to hit all them 12 ways that it could be seen. You feel me? So that's why I like to break down things. And a lot of people don't realize that's why real ones, like I was saying, like fake astrologers, they're not getting into depth because that's not what they read. So whatever they read, that's the depth that they could get into. So they can't get into, man, I remember going through this in my life, and I remember how it really truly made me felt, and they could actually talk to you. You ever listen to a song and it felt like they was talking right to you? It was so direct. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those things. It's part of me too, y'all. With my mouth being dry as I don't know what, bro. I'm going through it right now. But I can't let stuff like that stop me, because that's would be my chakra taking over. Because I'm a Virgo sun, if y'all don't know. So at the same time, it's always like they be trying to be seen perfect and all this stupid junk. So at the same time, sometimes it don't matter if I'm looking ugly up here. Fuck how I'm looking. Y'all need to be paying attention to these goddamn words. And that's the problem with everything. Everybody pay attention to a lot of stuff that be going on everywhere else, but not actually paying attention to the actual message. It's like really paying attention to the messenger, not the message. It's like everywhere else. Like, yo, a motherfucker that been through a lot could come and tell you something. A broke motherfucker actually could tell you something, bro. A broke motherfucker could tell you how they got broke, and you might want to listen. It might actually, hey, you feel me? It depends on how you're going to use it, which is like when you're starting to wise up with it. So a lot of people also get wisdom mixed up with also containing that they're spiritual, but it's still a separation. And that's the thing, like, bro, when it get to it, it's something that's all religion and all these occults and all these different societies and shit teach people to make the spirit out of something or something or someplace. And it's like, yo, you got to stop. You got to stop. God ain't saying the church is someplace. God ain't like, bro, and it's God ain't no thing. God ain't no person. And it's just like they always doing all of this. They breaking it all down to the shit that God said not to do, which is pure blasphemy. And wondering why we live under curses when we try to leave certain religions and stuff alone. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, boy, these religions that got so serious. What's the name of them damn Israelites? They might come do some severe shit to you. They might, hey, you the devil, and da-da-da, we have to get rid of you. My book told me Lucifer was going to come in an image like you, and da-da-da, oh, Lord. See what I'm saying? The knowledge like that just, oh, man, it's not good, bro. It's not good for nobody, and it's not nothing they can actually, they just teaching people. There you go. That's the reason why I don't like the teaching word. It's like, if you're teaching me. You're not giving me a way that I could go learn myself. You know what I'm saying? You're not giving me the tools to do this. You're giving me the tools to learn what you want me to. You're not giving me the tools to learn how to use my brain in ways that I want to learn, and I could question myself without having to question to you. And so they tell you not to question God, so then you have to come to them to ask them for questions, because they're the key holder of the knowledge that you're wishing to seek. So if you let another man hold the key to your knowledge, you ain't gonna never have it. And I mean that, and it's just saying another man as a humankind. No matter if it's a woman, your pastor, no matter who it is. And a lot of people got to stop doing that. But y'all got to realize too, religion gonna be out of date. So that's why I went to talking to the New Agers out the gate. Because dog, a New Ager, like I said, is gonna be the ones that's trying to be with the current program. And they might even get to the point, like I be telling y'all in old videos, they're like, fuck the ancients. Like, what? Fuck the first spirits? Like, nah, nigga, we ain't talking about fuck the ancestors as in the people, but nigga, the first spirits to come on this earth, you gonna say fuck them? Boy, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit they're gonna be on. They're gonna be like, you know, it's more about the new ones. What have the old ones did recently? Like dumb shit, bro. And they're gonna be making out of things again. And they're gonna show that they're still like going to the same thing. It's just a new form of religion. You get what I'm saying? You know how religion was a big group that everybody get a chance to feel popular. Everybody get a chance to read this. And now everybody's spiritual. Everybody not meant to be spiritual, bro. Not this lifetime, but trust me. Trust me, it hurts. It hurts. The truth hurts too. I should have put that at the end. But anyway, it's just a breakdown. It's like, dog, how this world is. Only way we could change it is changing the mind, bro. Like, that's not left up to God to change the world, bro. It's left up to us to be able to do that, bro. We the creators. Right now, if you want to bring change to the world, right, you want a different animal. Scientists have proven it time after time. They just go take those animals, just go breed them. They do other stuff. UF, where I'm from, they made love bugs. So, like, it's just like, god damn. Like, scientists have showed you they create some shit. But at the same time, we're not God. So we got to understand the powers of the unknown do exist. But it's not unknown as in saying, hey, you don't know this. That's knowledge. It's like as an unknown as in the shit that you don't have control of is going on as well. So the way that they try to categorize is to run you back to them. As in, yo, come over here and I'll be able to tell you the rest. And it's like, damn, I'm coming. It's why is the rest still? And that's the same thing why I be asking people too. It's like, okay, scientists, how long you going to be studying what's the name word before you be able to lead your own? How long you going to study Newton's law before you understand your own laws? How long you going to study Isaac Rosenberg? However, how long you going to study these people until you figure out your own route? How long you going to allow a pastor to teach you the Bible until you figure out how to start teaching the Bible yourself? How long is you going to allow it? You feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I be saying with acceptance then. That's you accepting that bullshit. That be that. But when it come down to something like for who you is and just the life that you chose, that's something that you have to accept. So every word could be flipped inside out. And that's the reason why they did that, y'all. They got it that a person could barely say something. Like even a person, like you can't say something about a person getting confused or offended. They either mind gonna be fucked up, fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, or they third dimension, aka they body gonna be fucked up when you're trying to talk to them. They're gonna be more like a second dimension where they're not understanding to be civil about it, but where they'd rather act like a goddamn germ about it or bacterial and just itch their way somewhere else and just go to just making everything else toxic or whatever you want to look at it, however, depending on how you're looking at it. But it's the opposite from the energy that you're trying to get them to receive. You get what I'm saying? But man, it get deep though, man. Cause I be sitting here and I'm like, dog, y'all don't be knowing. I be having a lot of videos flowing and I be ready to get them out. But I do have 4 kids in the house and I do have things that I be having to get done throughout the day, of course. And it's like, yeah, I still spiritual, but I'm still in the body, bro. So I still got to get this stuff done. I still got organs. My body still be hurting. You know, I got hit by a goddamn truck direct. I went in no car. I was on a dirt bike. So I be going through body experiences and shit like that too. And sometimes I be like, damn, bro, you need to grab that camera a little bit more when you're not perfect. You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't know how hard it is because it might not be yours. But if you're a Virgo sun, you damn sure like, oh shit, I know what you're talking about. Like, and you're not even with the camera. So imagine the camera. Make it like 10 times worse. Because you be like, damn, let me look good in front of the class. That's only 30 minutes. My shit's sitting up here for the world to see for hours, days, months, years. So this is a Bible that we are creating. So, yes. In the Bible, it wasn't just perfect of saying everybody did the right thing in the Bible and went the right way. No. It's showing you the flaws and the positivity throughout it too. So at the end of the day, we got to show y'all that. And it's not talking about elementizing things too. So a lot of people don't realize what that is. And that's something I just made up, right? Because I play a lot of games and they have this thing called elemental monsters or whatever, right? So I call it elementizing because it's like putting your mind to a certain element and locking it in with that and forcing you to ride with the element throughout the whole time. And y'all already know how it goes with religion. That's fire element. You already know how it goes with you know what I'm saying, with the conscious people. I mean the conscious and the damn scientists. They're based off their logic, shit like that, like the earth principles, like, and they try to run from things and that they make different. You get what I'm saying? They make different ways of like, nope, that's not what I learned. And what I mean by that, y'all, because anybody could explain it their own ways. What I mean by that is saying, like, if they don't have the logic, it don't exist in their mind, period. So it's like the imagination gone. No imagination. So just like me being a Virgo sun, it's hard for Virgo suns to have imagination. So once you beat your charges, whoop their ass, you start getting Neptune to show up more. You be like, yo, Neptune, what's good, bro? And that's just on me. And that's just bringing out me. And the reason why I'm bringing out me to y'all is because I want you to see how you can take your life and look at minds, not follow me. You get what I'm saying? And take the breakdowns and be able to take it and learn yourself of how to do it. And when you start learning yourself, that don't mean you stop watching me or stop and go somewhere else and stop watching whoever else you was watching. That doesn't mean that. You might have a little break between them, but at the end of the day, this is going to bring you closer to that person. To where now you like, fuck that, I don't even want to watch them. Wait till I meet them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you goddamn Dolo, the goddamn pilot man, bro. You my goddamn boy, when I meet up with you, goddamn boy, I'm telling you, I be looking at you, bro, and I be peeking the shit you be saying, bro, and shit like that. And I don't know what image I give off on the camera, but I know the image of whatever you consider as a friend or a real spiritual nigga that's willing to, do that shit that you talking about. Really to fight that wars and really to make the motherfuckers really look stupid. Nigga right here, bro. Trust me. And that be the thing, too. I understand how it be. So I'm not sitting here doing no shit like, hey, if bro diss me, now I'm going to be pissed off at him and want to fight him. No. Or if bro never collab with me, I'm mad at him. No. But that is a person that I looked at upon a time and was like, oh, I understand what he's saying. And really didn't know until I actually went to, like, experiencing different shit and then went to experiencing my own life and actually analyzing my own life, right? And I was like, oh, shit, this really is me. These motherfuckers told me this wasn't me. God damn it. But that's the reason why I like bro like that. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully y'all develop that same thing with me. So like I was saying, I watch him a little bit. I used to watch him a whole lot. But by me being a YouTuber too, it's very hard to watch somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It really is. By me barely having time for my damn self as well. So by me watching spiritual videos, it throw me off. But that's a whole nother video, you know what I'm saying? And especially if me and him already know each other at. Like, I could go talk about some shit to my wife and then just come back and listen, well, my girl, and listen to, however y'all want to look at it, bro, fuck all that. But listen to my girl, listening to him and be like, yeah, man, I just got through feeling like that. I just got through talking about that. I felt like God should tell me to say that. And we resonate with a lot of things. And I be sitting over here like, man, why the fuck, bro, I don't know how I be resonating the same way. And a lot of y'all say that in the comments too. And I'm like, man, damn, it ain't like he know. It ain't like I'm posting the type of videos I'm really trying to get out because I know it's going to be yellow marked. It's not going to really get out there. And I'm still trying to get out there at the same time because my message is supposed to get out there, right? So if we could secretly get it to other people for us to be able to have other people even watch me and shoot past me, I don't care. I got 3K subs, right? Shit, you might start tomorrow and use the same exact shit you heard me talk about on my channel and blow up. I'm not finna be sitting there hating. I might say, yeah, I talk about the same shit over here, which might be true if a motherfucker coming, depending on how they come. But I'm not gonna mean it in no no fucked up way. I'm going to mean it as in just saying, yeah, shit real. Like, yeah, you better get with the program. If they talking like that, they talking right. You know what I'm saying? They obviously not talking from a mind that was gave to them. They talking from a real mind that was gave from God, which is like imaginations and shit. It wasn't from no goofy ass world. It was God made. So if God told them to do it, God is good. God is great all the time, however you want to look at it. And he ain't say no half the time, some of the time, fuck no. All the fucking time. And listen, that's what it is, bro. And anyways, I'm out, man, with the dry mouth. OG Drip, man. Love y'all.